So, kind of going along with the terrible news for Tom Holland, we've got some more stuff that is coming down the pipeline in regards to a movie he's involved with, and that is the adaptation of the video game Uncharted, where apparently it has lost another director. And I believe that this is like the third director that this movie's lost for some reason. Yeah. This is from comingsoon.net. Headline: Director Dan Trachtenberg exit Uncharted movie from Sony's PlayStation Productions. And yet this is another Sony production. So this is an article by Kylie Hemmert. And it says that Deadline is reporting that Dan Trachtenberg, The Boys, 10 Cloverfield Lane, will no longer be directing Sony Pictures' film adaptation of the PlayStation game Uncharted. The studio is seeking out a new filmmaker by the end of summer. Tom Holland is still attached to star as the young Nathan Drake in the PlayStation Productions feature. Uncharted will be a prequel to the game series, taking its basis from the sequence in Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception, wherein the young thief first encounters his partner Victor Sullivan, and in essence sets up the events of the entire game franchise. Despite previous drafts by the likes of Mark Bowl, who wrote Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30, two very good movies, Oscar nominee David O. Russell, who also writes pretty good movies, Doctor Strange's Thomas Dean Donnelly and Joshua Oppenheimer, Safe House's Greg Guggenheim and Joe Carnahan, this new version of the film will bring on a new writer to rework the newfound premise. So, as you can see, this movie has gone through like tons of creatives for some reason. Based on the action-adventure video game Uncharted Drake's Fortune from Naughty Dog and Sony Interactive, the story follows a descendant of explorer Sir Francis Drake, a treasure hunter named Nate Drake who believes he has learned the whereabouts of El Dorado, the fabled South American golden city, from a cursed golden statue. The search becomes competitive when a rival hunter joins the fray, and is escalated when creatures, actually mutated descendants of Spaniards and Nazis, begin attacking those hoping to learn the treasure's true secrets. Uncharted is an Arad Atlas Entertainment production, and for those of you who don't know, Avi Arad, who is producing this movie, he's also attached to all the Spider-Man films that Sony does. And Charles Groven, Avi Arad, Alex Gartner, and Avi Arad producing. I don't know why they have Avi Arad on here twice. Uncharted will serve as the first feature produced by PlayStation Productions. The film is expected to begin production early next year. We'll see if that goes, if they can't find a director. And the release date set for December 18, 2020. I don't see them making that if they can't find a script and a writer by this point. So basically, guys, it looks like PlayStation has started their own studio to adapt their exclusive games into movies. And Uncharted was going to be one of their flagship film, and it just looks like it's running into all types of problems. So first of all, what I want to know from you guys is, are you familiar with the Uncharted game? Are you looking forward to this movie? And why the hell do you think they're running into so many issues? Alex?
I have played all the games except for the most recent one for the PlayStation 4. I haven't played that one, but I played all of them on PlayStation 3. Really enjoyed the story. I really enjoyed the characters. I was looking forward to this franchise because they're getting Tom Holland, which is, he's a young, up-and-coming, very famous actor. I enjoy his acting. I think he's really good. And I think it was I understand some people were kind of upset because it wasn't like Nathan Drake, the already realized adventurer Nathan Drake. They thought Tom Holland was too young. But if you look at it from a franchise perspective, they want somebody who's going to be able to do this for a long period of time and make multiple movies and grow into that role. So for them to do like an origin film about where he gets his teams up with his partner and goes on his first adventure, I'm all for it. I thought it was going to be great. I have no idea why they can't get this done. I mean, the story is spelled out for them already by the creators of the video game. All you got to do is go down and say, hey, can you email me the script that you guys wrote for your game? I don't know what's going on over there. I think the only thing is it's the curse of the video game movie that just hangs over every single one that has been tried to made in Hollywood. Video game movies almost always suck. I don't know why. I don't understand how it's so hard to adapt a script from an already realized story, but It's a real bummer, and I want them to do this movie, and I want them to make it. But I guess if to try to look at it like a glass half full, if they're going to do it, I want them to do it right. So don't put something out there that's half-assed and kind of not done to its fullest potential. So take your time, find the right writer, find the right director, and do it the right way, and hopefully it's really good.
That kind of seems like the problem with Hollywood and video games movies, right? They always kind of do it just half-assed. And
Yeah.
Hollywood has a really hard time adapting video games.
Yeah.
Matt, you're a video gamer. Are you familiar with the
well,
Uncharted?
I don't own a console, so no, I'm not super familiar with Uncharted. I play PC games, but just reading the article, it sounds like this is kind of like was it like in the vein of a Lara Croft Tomb Raider kind of movie. Is that the kind of how the game is?
It's kind of like you're basically playing Indiana Jones, and it's a platformer. So there's a lot of kind of climbing and jumping and puzzle solving, and then it's interspersed with these quick time events and action set pieces.
Yeah,
so Nathan Drake
sounds like it's made for making a fun summer type waste your time popcorn movie, right? So
Nathan Drake actually murders a ton of people in these games. he is a big killer. But there's an Uncharted fan film on YouTube, starring Nathan Fillion as Nathan Drake, and that was really the fan favorite for who people wanted to play Nathan Drake in the movie.
He's perfect. Yeah,
he really is. But what's interesting is that Tom Holland seems to be kind of cursed lately, because not only did this movie kind of lose its director and it needs like a complete rewrite of the script after so many people have tried it, but his current movie that I guess has been going on for a while now, it's called Chaos Walking. He's actually in it with Daisy Ridley, Ray from Star Wars. Yeah, and it's a Lionsgate film being directed by Doug Liman. If you don't know who Doug Liman is, he's the guy who directed the movie Swingers back with Jon Favreau, but he also he's gone on to direct big things like what's it, Live, Die, Repeat. I keep getting it confused with it's the Tom Cruise movie. That's basically Groundhog Day with aliens. What else did he do? Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt as the married spies. And apparently Chaos Walking, this new movie of Tom Holland's, has gone so far over budget and is so expensive that if it doesn't do well at the theaters, it could very well sink Lionsgate. So there's a lot of kind of nervousness about this movie in Hollywood. So between the Spider-Man stuff, Chaos Walking, and Uncharted, Tom Holland is kind of at the center of these big kind of cinematic disasters, unfortunately. So it's kind of interesting, but the only thing that I can think of that would cause these directors and all these problems with the production on something like Uncharted is that the PlayStation Productions is relatively new, and whoever's running that stuff keeps butting heads with the creatives. Like the creatives want to do something, or they want more money, or they want to make changes, and the studio's just like, no. And then the people are like, well, I can't do my vision, so I'm just going to go off and work on something that's less problematic. So my guess is that because this is a brand new production company and this is its first movie, that might be just like the kind of growing pains problems that we have here going on. Mladen Kulik, sorry if I butchered your name. I don't care for Uncharted movie. I'm more interested in Chaos Walking getting a release date. And as I said, we're actually in the middle of deep reshoots because the movie was just like...
I heard it was so bad that they almost canceled it altogether.
Yeah,
like they were like, don't...
They've already sunk something like $200 million into it. So like they need to... Like they're trying desperately to salvage it. But this could be... Like if it's not a hit, this could be Doug Liman's career ender, type thing. I played only the first game and some parts of the second one. I've played a couple of the games. They were fun. I didn't think they were anything special. Let's see here. Ethan Reeves over on Mixer. Which one's Ultra? That's me. I'm Ultra Matum. That's my game in name. Let's see here. He also directed American Made and The Bourne Identity. Yes, he did. He directed the first Bourne Identity, the good one.
Yeah, the good one.
And American Made I thought was okay. But
I enjoyed it.
apparently Chaos Walking is a cluster F of a movie. So
Tom Holland needs to get a new agent.
oh, I mean, he definitely needs to stop working with Sony. Disney seems to treat him pretty well. Hey, thanks for checking out this video. I hope you got a lot out of it. And remember, if you want to support the channel, please check us out on the socials. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Matthew Kadish. You can also find our discussion group over on Facebook at eggfbgroup.com. That's eggfbgroup.com. Takes you right to our Facebook discussion group. And if you'd like to help support the channel, check out my books over on Amazon.com. You can find them by going to kadishbooks.com. That's Kadish books.com. And as always, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you're notified every time we upload a new video for more movie, TV, and entertainment news and analysis. This is Matthew Kadish. I'll catch you guys later.